Okay, so what we're going to be doing this week is reviewing everything that has been done since Module 5, which includes stuff that we have done in class and school, and then also videos that have been posted after we left school. So if you have not been doing videos since we left school, and you're struggling with some of the fraction work that we're doing this week, you might want to take the time to go back and watch some of those videos that have posted. So the way you're going to get to those is on my YouTube channel. You can go to playlists, and then you can go to math, view full playlist. So here's the ones that we have done so far. Lesson 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, and 17, and 18, okay? So you can go back and watch those videos. It's about 20 minutes of 15 to 20 minutes of my teaching, and then I let the 10-minute timer go at the end of the video so that you can work on your homework worksheet. So those are available for you if you're struggling with fractions and you need to go back and review, or if you just want to watch them again to kind of get back to where we are. So we are going to be starting with lesson 21 starting next week. So this week is a review of all the lessons 1 through 18, okay? Because lesson 19 and 20 will be skipped. So what we're going to do is your worksheets are going to be available digitally through Classkick. Some of you have done this already. All of you have done this in class with me. What you're going to do is actually there's going to be a link in Google Classroom, and you're going to click the link and it's going to bring you right to this page. It will type the code in for you. Then what you need to do from there is you need to type in your first name and then the initial of your last name. Okay, because some of you do have the same name and spell it the same way, and all 98 students, they're going to be going to the same place. So you need to type in your first name and then your last initial. That's going to match you up with the name that I have in the system, okay? So don't do nicknames or weird names. You just need to do your first name and your last initial, or else it's going to have to be redone, okay? And then you'll click go. It's going to open up the worksheet that I want you to do. Now I've labeled it, so number 1, what fraction is shaded? In this box is where you are going to be able to put in your answer, okay? So what fraction is shaded? Well, one of these pieces is shaded, so I'm going to do 1 out of, now this is where it's a little unique, because normally what we would do is write a fraction, and let me see, I'm kind of learning this with you, but if you come up here to the pencil, okay, so it's called pen mode, and then you should be able to write right on the worksheet. So normally we would write a fraction like this. 1 piece is shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Normally we would write our fraction like that. 1 out of 4 pieces are shaded, or 1/4. But when we're typing in this box, we're not going to be able to do it that way. So I'm going to come back up here and click on my cursor, select mode. Click back in my box. 1 piece is shaded, and I'm going to do the slash mark, okay? And that is going to be the same thing as this fraction line when you're typing on the computer. So 1 out of 4 pieces are shaded. And then I'm going to hit enter. Oh, nope. I'm just going to click out of the box. So my answer has been recorded in there. Okay. Next, question number 2. There are blank equal parts in all. So I'm going to count how many parts are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 equal parts in all. Blank are shaded. 1, 2. 2 are shaded. Okay, so all I'm doing is wherever there's the green box is where I'm putting in my answer. Number 3, fill in the chart. Each image is one whole. So for A, there's this triangle broken into 1, 2 pieces. Total number of equal parts, well, we just said there's 2. Total number of equal parts shaded, they've only shaded 1 piece. Unit form, so if you remember, unit form is when we have the number and then we label it with our word. So we've shaded 1 piece out of 2 pieces, and when it's broken into 2 pieces, remember that's halves. So we've shaded 1 half. Okay? So unit form means the number followed by the label, which is typed in word form. Fraction form, we're going to do the same thing we did up here, where we're going to do that slash for a fraction. So we've shaded 1 out of 2 pieces, which is 1 half. B, total number of equal parts. There are 1, 2, 3 equal parts. Total number of equal parts shaded, 1. Unit form, so once again, 1 piece is shaded out of 1, 2, 3, which is thirds, so we've shaded 1 third, and I'm going to type out third as a word because it's a label. Fraction form would be 1 out of 3 pieces are shaded, which is 1 third. Number 4, Mr. Stevens bought 8 liters of soda for a party. So I'm going to come up here to my pen mode. I'm going to do what we normally do. I'm going to circle my number. His guests drank 1 liter. So there's the 2 numbers I'm working with, okay? What fraction of the soda did his guests drink? Well, his guests drank 1 liter, because it said over here, his guests drank 1 liter. Out of, Mr. Stevens bought 8 liters of soda for the party. So there were 8 liters of soda at the beginning. So what fraction of the soda did his guests drink? 1 out of 8, which is 1/8. So over here, I gotta click my cursor. In the box, I'm going to do 1/8. What fraction of soda did his guests drink? 1/8. What fraction of soda was left? I'm going to come back up to my pen. Well, he had 8, okay, and they drank 1 of them. So 8 minus 1 equals 7, which means that there was 7 sodas left out of the 8 sodas they started with. Select my cursor in the box. I'm going to write 7 out of 8, or 7/8. And for these word problems, I actually don't want you to put a label in the answer box. I just want you to put a number. And that's just for grading purposes. Classkick will grade it for me as long as your answer matches the one that you were supposed to give. So if you put any extra stuff in there, it's going to mark it as wrong. So just go ahead and put the number answer. Number 5, name the fraction shaded in fraction form. Okay, so fraction form, remember, we're going to have to do that slash mark. So for this one, there's 1 piece shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 out of 6, which is 1/6. This one here, there's also shaded 1 piece out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 out of 5, which is 1/5. Here, you can see it's the same picture, but now the question has changed. Name the fraction that is not shaded in fraction form. So now we're looking at the pieces that are not shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 out of the 6 pieces are not shaded, which is 5/6. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces are not shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 out of 5 pieces are not shaded, which is 4/5. Okay, number 7, fill in the number bond for the shaded and not shaded parts. And I want that in fraction form, which means you're going to be doing like we've been doing up here with the slash marks. So first I'm going to go ahead and look at the shaded part. There's 1, 2, 3 pieces shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces altogether. Over here, 1, 2 pieces are not shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces altogether. And now we know that these 2 pieces put together should equal 1 whole. Well, 3 plus 2 equals 5, which is how many pieces we have altogether, so we know that that will equal 1 whole. Okay? Now, you may notice it looks like we've gotten to the end of the page, but however, if you look up here, it says 1 out of 2. So we've done 1 out of the 2 pages. So you can either click on this little arrow and click on slide 2, or you can just hit the next arrow and that'll take you to the next slide. Okay? Number 8, each figure represents 1 whole. Fill in the chart. So first it wants the unit fraction, okay? So the unit fraction is the pieces that it's broken into. So if we had 1 piece, it would be 1 piece out of. Now remember, it says each figure is 1 whole, so I'm going to look at just 1 figure and count the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the unit fraction is 1/8 because 1 piece of this whole represents 1/8. The total number of units shaded. Well, we know all 8 of these are shaded, so we're going to start at 8 and keep counting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 units are shaded. Well, what is the fraction shaded? Well, we already counted 15 pieces shaded, so we know it's 15 out of. The shape is broken into 8 pieces. Okay, we figured that out here, that it's broken into 8 pieces, so that number now goes on the bottom. So we have shaded 15 pieces out of 8, which is 15/8. The reason this number on top is bigger than the number on bottom is because we have more than 1 whole shape. So this is broken into 8 pieces, this is broken into 8 pieces, and we have 15 of them all together. So this bottom number tells us how many pieces each one is broken into. The number on top tells us how many of them are shaded. So let's look at C, the unit fraction. Well, if we have 1 piece, we have 1 out of. Well, let's look at how many in just 1 figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we have just 1 piece, we would have 1/6 of a figure. Let's count how many, the total number of units shaded. I'm going to count by 2s because it's a little bit faster, and there's 2 squares next to each other. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So there are 14 pieces shaded altogether. So for fraction shaded, well, I just said there's 14 shaded out of, well, the figures are broken into sixths, so 14/6, because 1 figure is broken into 6, each of them is broken into 6, and we've shaded 14 of them. So that is all that I have for the review for today. We'll do another review for lessons 10 through 18 on Thursday. Today was just lessons 1 through 9, which is all material that we learned while we were in school still. So when you are done and you have filled everything out, that is all you have to do. It automatically saves, so you don't have to turn anything in, you don't have to click raise hand or anything like that. All you can do is you can just go ahead and close it out, so you can hit the X, and you are all done for the assignment. So then when I go into the assignment, I'll be able to see your answers and your grade. So what I want you to do now is you are going to click the link that is attached for Classkick, and I'm sorry, for Classkick. So that's in your Google Classroom, that link that was provided with this video. You're going to click that. It's going to open up a new Classkick. It's going to be questions just like the ones that I just reviewed with you, except now I want you to answer them by yourself. So it's going to be the same questions, just different numbers. And I'm just going to see how much of that material you still understand or what you need help with. So to summarize, you just watched my video. We reviewed all the material from lessons 1 through 9. Now I want you to click the Classkick link, go to Classkick, type in your first name, last initial, and go ahead and take I called it a test. It's not actually a test, but it is going to be a test of your learning and what you know so that I know what you have learned. Okay. That is it for today. Once you finish your Classkick, you are all set for math for today.